please just imagine yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over. If you literally cannot have empathy for someone, I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil-ass human being, and you need help, and you need God. You have no heart, and hell, there's a special place in hell for you. Karma is real, and God will take care of them. This is so heartbreaking.
What's up, folks? We are back again. Happy whatever today is. I never know what day it is. This is a woman who is angry that there are mass deportations going on. This woman is angry that her fellow Abuelitas and Pablos are being deported. Well, she should have mentioned to Pablo before he decided to come into our country illegally that maybe one of the consequences of that is that you face the legal consequences, which is being deported. Obviously. You also had a long time to prepare for this, so that it's not, they didn't spring this on you. The first time you stepped across the border illegally, you knew you were doing something wrong. You knew that you would have to pay the toll eventually. If I cross into another country illegally, eventually they'll catch me as well, and they will send me right back home, okay? If you commit a crime in this country, you are going to go to prison, or you will have to pay the fines, or whatever happens to you will happen to you. That's what happens when you break the law. That's what happens when you commit a crime. So I don't really know why these people are playing the victim as if they didn't willingly commit a crime, knowing what the consequences of that could be. But this is, again, the outpouring of optics and victim status on extreme nitro mode, where we have people who come here illegally and then they're mad that when they face the legal consequences. So this is all stirred up because there's massive riots going on in Los Angeles right now. The LA riots are out of hand, okay? These people are tearing up the streets. It's like BLM Part 2, okay? But this time with Pablo and Abuelitas, okay? And angry hot Latinas that everybody can't wait to you know what? I'm not even gonna leave it. I won't even mention that aspect of it, okay? Don't be doing that, by the way. If you don't want them to explode and turn into a balloon, you might be getting a hot Latina at first, but it won't last long. A year at best. Okay, to get away from that very racist comment of mine, let's get into the rest of this video and see what this poor girl has to say about the persecution of people when they break the law. Like if I, commit a crime, if I break the speeding limit, I have to pay the fine. I have to go to court. I have to go to driving school, whatever. But these people apparently are allowed to commit crimes. They're allowed to come into the country illegally, but they don't want you to enforce the law. They want you to sit back and feel bad for them because they put on some fake crocodile tears.
Running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color of our skin.
No. It's all because you came into the country illegally, actually.
All because we have culture, we brought it here.
Oh, that's why. We're actually just targeting them because we're jealous of their culture. We just can't stand that Mexican food. We're like, it's too good. Fuck, it's too good. We gotta get rid of these people. It's making local bakers and chefs angry. That's why we're mad. That's why we're targeting them. Because of their culture. Their great culture, by the way.
And we are who we are, and we love it here, and we help people here. That's what we're known for.
How exactly? How do you help people? Because so far all the demonstrations of illegals in our country has been actually very destructive to our country. Not only are they actually now rioting in the streets and attacking ICE vans as they go to deport people who are here legally, but they also drive the general quality of life down for the everyday American citizen. So if you're competing with essentially slave labor from another country, from a third world country, you will have to be forced to take below minimum wage in order to compete. So you're actually hurting our economy, you're hurting our country, and you're hurting our culture by being here illegally.
We help people, and yet we're getting terrorized. We're going through this. Our families are our babies are literally being ripped from our hands.
Okay, that's sweet. That's a nice little script. Who handed you that script? She ChatGPT'd a little speech, a real tearjerker. Yeah, no one cares. If your babies are being ripped out of your arms, maybe you shouldn't have brought your babies here illegally. If I take a toddler with me to rob a bank, let's say, I'm pretty sure the cops would probably take that toddler away from me. Because why did you bring him? Why did you implicate this child in a crime? Why did you bring him on a crime scene with you? Why did you bring him on a crime spree with you? That's kind of what happens when you break the law. So maybe don't break the law. Maybe come in here legally. Or maybe don't. Maybe stay where you came from. That's where I would prefer you. That's where you thrive.
If someone could please tell me if there's something we can do
Yeah, I know exactly what you could do. You cannot come here illegally. You cannot break the law. Why is this so hard? I mean, I gotta be careful with what I say on here. But you know, some people are not exactly the brightest bulbs.
If there's something we could do to help our people, please just imagine yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over.
Not happening, by the way.
If you literally cannot have empathy for someone, I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil-ass human.
This isn't about empathy, actually. Okay, where's the riots in the streets when I had to go pay my parking ticket? My speeding ticket. Hello? Where's the riots in the streets for that? I broke the speed limit and I had to go pay the fine. Hello? I would like a riot for that. You know what? Actually, I'm making a sign. I'm going to picket outside of the courthouse. This is wrong. I'm being targeted. I shouldn't have to pay the fine. I should be able to do whatever I want and break the law without consequence.
And you need help and you need God.
Okay, let's not bring God into this now, all right? By the way, a quick thing to note. Isn't it funny how these people who are out on the streets protesting about being deported back to their country are waving the flag of that country? So it seems like you really love that country. It seems like you have a loyalty to that country. It seems like you are really, tied to that country. I mean, she's got a flag covering covering her window. It seems like she really loves Mexico. So why would you be mad about us bringing you back to Mexico? Almost as if you can't assimilate. Almost as if you don't want to assimilate. Almost as if you want to take over our country. Maybe not. Anyway, I can't stand any more of these crocodile tears. Let's take a look at what these innocent people have been up to. Let's take a look at what these people who just come here. We just come here to help. We just come here to help. We are loving. We are amazing. We don't hurt anything. We contribute so much. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see how much they're contributing. Let's see what exactly. Oh. Looks like they're contributing a lot of crime. Sorry, folks. Let me pull this down. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Thanks for the contribution. I'll pass, actually. Thanks for the contribution to our society and our culture. Driving around in a stolen van and vandalizing. And by the way, this is the least egregious of the videos out there. I can't show most of the footage because it will get me removed or it will get me a strike or whatever. So just for note, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what's been going on in Los Angeles lately with these riots. So it really looks to me like they are really contributing a lot. Here's another here's a video actually of one of these people who contribute so much to a society. Let's see what they have to say. Let's hear their side. You know what? We want to be fair. We want to hear the sides of the American citizen, and we also want to hear the side of the illegal immigrant.
My Mexican brothers and sisters have as much as right as I do to these lands.
Oh, why is that exactly? Did you build these lands? Did you create the highways and the byways? Did you create the country from scratch like we did? Like my ancestors from the Mayflower did? Is that what you did? Do you even pay taxes? Or do you actually just get paid under the bus? Under the table, tax-free, Medicaid, Social Security benefits, all of the handouts. You go to urgent care for healthcare now. That's why you have to wait 3 hours in the urgent care building when you gash open your arm and you need a few stitches. That'll be 3 hours of a wait because people like this who belong here and they actually own the land, even though they came here illegally and broke the law, they want you to know that they have just as much right to this land as you do. So I guess that means the idea of a country and borders is just mute and void. It's not a thing anymore. Well, you don't have a country unless you have borders, and we have borders, and you are not part of this country. Now, if you would like to try to come in legally, be my guest. By the way, not a fan of legal or illegal immigration. But for the sake of argument, you have the option to come in this country legally, and you decided not to. But you think it's your right. You think it's your right, and that we actually owe you. In fact, my bad, sir. Just come in and take this house. You know what? You have a right to my house. You have a right to my house. You have a right to my car. You just have the right because you're you. And now you have the liberal, let's get over to safety. Oh, way to go, white knighting for your invader. Nice work.
Defend!
Your hat says abolish ICE. How many ICE agents did you see come through here today?
I have a feeling that this woman might not be what she seems. Now, for you who know what I mean, you know what I mean. There's a certain tribe of people that have a vested interest in mass migration. They have a vested interest. It serves their broader purpose, right? Some would say it's an anti-white agenda. So I have a feeling that this woman has either been so brainwashed by that tribe's propaganda, or that she's actually one of that tribe. I'll leave that up to you. Again, for the ones who know, you know.
I saw FB.
For the people who don't know, this is just a deranged liberal white woman who is encouraging invaders who are wanting to take over her land and her country to come in.
On vests, and I saw Minneapolis police, and I saw Hennepin County Sheriff.
Can you believe that? Can you believe they deployed law enforcement for violent riots? My God, what is this, a dictatorship? This is a dictatorship. They literally sent the cops out when people were smashing bottles, when they were attacking ICE agents, and they were rioting. Can you believe that? Wow, I wonder where the outrage was when January 6th, which was actually a peaceful protest that turned violent after the police started attacking those protesters. Where was the outrage then? Where was the outrage then? I would have loved to have had some outrage then.
How do you feel about ICE and the FBI coming in here today?
Absolutely.
I heard you say this isn't Nazi Germany.
Yeah, this isn't Nazi Germany. These people.
Yeah. Really? If this was the case, all these problems that America's facing right now would be non-existent, okay? So let's just start there.
Our friends, our neighbors, hell, they probably bought tacos from you yesterday, and now they're here. They don't even have a reason to detain them.
Oh, no reason at all. They're just illegally here. No reason at all. They're just violently protesting. No reason at all. They're just throwing Molotov cocktails and bricks through windows and breaking into buildings, because when you're protesting immigration laws, the first thing you want to do is raid a sneaker store and steal shoes. That really sticks it to the government, stealing some shoes.
And they're grabbing them. They're not even checking their credentials. They could be legal. They could be illegal. Quite frankly, I don't care, but...
Clearly you don't care, because you have no loyalty to your own country or your own people. It's questionable in this case if she is one of us, though.
They care, so they should do it properly. If they're going to do it at all, which I don't think they should.
Do you think they should go?
Okay. I've had enough of this woman. I've had enough of this lunacy. Here's a photo of some of these people. This is what they contribute to society. I'm just really happy about this, you know? So anytime Pablo wants to tell you, you know what, we just are here to help. We're just here to help. Si, senor. Si, senor. We just bring tacos and good culture. Okay, sure. Let's remember that image. Let's keep that image in our head. And by the way, why are you flying around the Mexican flag? Seems like you'd be thrilled to go back to Mexico, right? Evidently not. Anyway, that's a wrap of the video. I could go on and on about this topic, but if I continue on in this trajectory and I get more riled up, it will not bode well for my channel. Anyway, have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dude, we are at like 44,000 followers. I love you guys. This is awesome. We're building the community. Also, another shout out to my members. I started a membership club on here. So there I am just uploading all my vlogs because of the psychos on the internet. I prefer not to have those on my main page that's open for the public eye. So those are just going to be for my members only. I also live stream for the members only, and we can chat, we can talk, and I can answer questions that I never would get to ordinarily. So we do that at Tuesdays at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. So a big shout out to them. We'll be doing our first live stream with them later on Tuesday as well. So looking forward to that. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and just remember that, you know, the people telling you that you're racist for noticing patterns, they kind of have a vested interest in ruining your country.